Alright, hi everyone. Welcome to today's video. On the day it's been recorded, it is Monday, July 14th, 2025. It is just a little bit after 7:30. Temperature is probably around, I don't know. Maybe close to around 83 degrees. But yeah, I'm heading to work because when I woke up, there was still commotion going on downstairs. But when I, got out of bed, maybe, I don't know, 45 minutes later, like at least until 5, when I got up to, go to the bathroom. It was quiet downstairs, which kind of threw me off. And yeah, that's how I found out that Mom went to work. And I didn't know she worked today. But yeah. Sorry if I got kind of quiet at some points. I do want to say for the record, I am slightly intoxicated, just a little bit. Let's just say that I hit my dank a little, maybe one hit too much. Before work. Because, I need to have that, like, what they call the mental jolt or that mood booster, Thing is that it will more likely be fully worn off by the time, probably about the time that second shift housekeeping leaves, so around 11:30. It'll be 80% wore off by then. So yeah, it'll only last for a few hours. As long as I don't bring too much attention to myself, I'll be fine. So, as I'm heading myself to work, I left a little early because I'm gonna stop over at Macca's and get some food before work. I'm glad that guy saw me. But yeah. Okay, so over the last couple days, I've been cooking on this idea for a little video project for next year. It's gonna go up on President's Day, and I'm thinking of doing an actual video that way I can, kind of talk about or whatever. But it's going to be every single head of state that the United States has ever had since July 2nd of 1776. Now, I know before you actually say that July 4th is our Independence Day, I mean, it's been mostly accepted that that is our Independence Day, but let me break down some brief history for you guys. July 1st of 1776, the Continental Congress met in Philadelphia, and before they dismissed for the night, they did a quick straw vote just to see where they stand. And there were two states that were in opposition, and they were Pennsylvania and it was Pennsylvania and Delaware. Because earlier that day, the New Jersey delegation showed up, and they voted in favor, and they were for independence. But later on, Pennsylvania and Delaware both said no. But the vote for independence had to be unanimous, according to the president of the Continental Congress at the time, who was the one and only John Hancock. Let's see here. But yeah, John Hancock was the president of the Continental Congress at the time. So July 2nd, which is the day that they were going to actually vote on independence, the main guy for Pennsylvania decided to stay home. The guy's name was John Dickinson, and he was the top guy of Pennsylvania. So he decided to stay home. And the main guy of Delaware, who was Caesar Rodney, he's the top guy of Delaware, and he was kind of sick, but he was kind of brought back, and then they voted, and the vote for independence was unanimous. And so the United States of America was declared an independent country from within, from its mother country of Great Britain. And they became known as the United States of America. But then they spent the last 2 days then they become, so they voted for the independence, and they debated on the language of the Declaration, and they got it finalized on July 4th into the Declaration of Independence that we all know today. And so that happened. So that's why I wanted to kind of do that little project. For President's Day. So I'm gonna go over each person, when they were alive, their time in office, and one thing that they're best known for that they did while in office. But also we had 2 founding documents that was the overall basis of the government. The first national governing document for our country was known as the Articles of Confederation. Fun fact about the Articles of Confederation is that the government was just only 13 congressmen. It was 1 state, 1 vote. So there was no president, and there was no Supreme Court or anything of that kind. So, oh Lord. Exhaust pumping out white smoke. Is that even good? Somebody in the comments will put down below on what white smoke means coming out of like a car exhaust, because I don't think that looks good. So who they were, time in office, age, when they took office, and one major thing that they are best known for, and I guess we can say a political party when we get to the presidency established in the Constitution, which is our other main governmental thing. The thing is that the federal government today is so complex that the Constitution was just like, it laid out a simplified version of it that is kind of a lot, but kind of like simplifies it. Which I think is pretty cool. And that's why I prefer, if you're gonna read any major founding document of America, read the Constitution. Oh, I also need to pee. And Main Street McDonald's has really changed a lot, so that even if you have to pee, you have to let them know. And you have to kind of, you know, buy something too. Which is, whatever. I learned that one day that I had to pee really bad, and I went to the closest place that has a public restroom, which was McDonald's, and they made me buy a drink. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll buy a drink if you let me go pee. Like, come on, man. Okay. But, whatever. But yeah, I usually don't go out in public high or, whatever. But from what I can say is that if you get high in an area so often, then it's going to feel like nothing. But if you're in like a new environment, that's probably what's going to kind of creep you out. So if all the damn glass. Almost said a word I don't want to say on here. Because of one utterance of that word, and this footage is completely useless. Oh, I don't even know what time it is. Okay. So, we're almost to Main Street. So we're going to go ahead and end it off right here. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video, whatever comes out. Okay. That's an interesting song for a guy like you to listen to. But anyways, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.